Hello and welcome to a new Let's Play series, and this time we will have a look at one-man project, as far as I understand, called E.X.P.L.O.R, first-person Dungeoncrawler RPG Blobber, where you're playing 6 characters, moving around in dungeons, trying to escape a planet because you actually crash landed on a spaceship here. Yeah, it's a kind of, the story goes along the lines of Albion, if you know that, which was the Amber Moon, Amber Star, spiritual, not spiritual successor, but the same team essentially. Either way, so we will have a look at that game. You can see it's very indie and very well, I don't want to say not professional, but kind of along the lines. I mean, the graphics and the music and the sound effects and a lot of things aren't really up to, let's say, AAA standards and not even 1A standards. But still, I already played into the game for a couple of hours, and while there are certainly lots of things which I would criticize and which I will also mention in my review in the end, if you don't know, after each playthrough I'm also concluding a game with a review. I think during these hours I had enough fun to decide to continue playing it. However, the game is so niche that, as you might know, I'm also having a German Let's Play channel, and I decided to do a Let's Play here on this English channel again, where I'm doing more of, let's say, experimental stuff. And I'm also, while I'm starting this Let's Play, I'm still doing a Dungeoncrawler jam playthrough, basically playing all the submissions of the Dungeoncrawler game jam of 2022. So I thought, well, it's a great opportunity to start a playthrough of this indie game here and just have a look, because, well, I had, during the hours I played it already, I had enough fun to want to continue it. And so yeah, let's do it. This is, of course, not the party we will play. I just used setup so that I can show you something while I'm just rambling around. We will start a new game now, and before we will do that, I will just show you the great introduction of this game. Save and quit. Yes, you can. So the full name is Explore a New World, and in the extras you actually have a classic 99 intro, so let's have a look at that. Beem Software presents Explore a New World. Explore, begin transmission. You work for the E.X.P.L.O.R, an elite group of explorers sent out to find strange new planets and civilizations. You are now on board the starship. You lived your life as captain of the Starship Enterprise when suddenly you were beamed off the ship and ended up on a strange planet where no one is in sight. Too bad for you. End transmission, and that's it. And that was our great intro. Okay, of course this was just like the 99 intro. And now we are going to have a look at the real intro of the game. Beem Media presents Explore a New World. Early in the 22nd century, the Lyrac Corporation advanced space travel into the explore phase. Brave space travelers trained in the use of magic and steel man-crewed spaceships to traverse the far reaches of outer space. The crew of the starship Terraprise is such a group of adventurers. They are now approaching some planets, I think. On approach to planet XB71, evolutionary analysis, medieval period, warfare analysis, melee combat, tech analysis, elemental magic, economic analysis, gold currency, language analysis, translatable, risk analysis, dangerous. Conclusion, Ignore. But, oh no! We are hit by a meteorite! Emergency landing! Damage assessment. Hull integrity, 67%. Repairable. Core generator, leaking core matter. Com status, atmospheric interference. Conclusion, stranded. Regional analysis, scanning. Civilization located 10 kilometers due east. Tuning long-range microphone. Translating local gossip. Town referred to as Manton. Mission assessment. Planetary magic utilizes core matter. Mission locate source of core matter. Dispatching landing party. And that was the intro. And now we will start a new game. You can see, oh no, these were because I continued them. So the game saves automatically. You basically only have one save game in this game, and every time you go to the city, it saves automatically. If you quit the game in a dungeon, it will not save your progress. So it's kind of working like the Bard's Tale games. Essentially, I think you could say that there is a lot of common with the Bard's Tale games, and as you might know, I really don't like the Bard's Tale games. However, the stuff which I dislike most about Bard's Tale is not in this game. So, there's that. So, file name, yeah, just name this. Well, let's do... let's play. Create new game. Begin your exploration of a new world. Now, what do I mean with similarities with the Bard's Tale game? Yeah, we saw that already. Can I skip that? Yes, I can. Town of Manton. So the similarity with Bard's Tale, of course, you have one city, you have dungeons, you go to the dungeons, and then you progress through it. You can only like level up in a city. You can only you can exchange your party members in a city. And you can only save in the city, and with the progress, it's basically you can grind, and it's kind of your own fault, you could say, if you die, because then you didn't grind enough. But while in Bard's Tale, you have to really grind a lot in order to make any progress, even with the remastered version. This game only has grind as last resort, and I can show you something in the options in a bit, that you can actually disable randomly spawning enemies, or you can, I think it's the standard is that it's disabled. You can enable it if you need to get more XP. So yes, there's not really a challenge in the game, which is kind of bad, but it's also not that grind intensive as the Bard's Tale. And in addition, I think the level ups are not randomized. So that was another big issue for me in Bard's Tale, is that with each level up you got like a random attribute and I think random amount of hit points, and basically you could either decide to just accept that you only get 1 out of 6 hit points and you need to grind 6 times as much, or to get more level ups to compensate for that, or you just reload and level up again and again and again to have the perfect result. So this game is not having that. So, but we will see about the character progress in a bit. So first, welcome to party creation. Here you will create the characters that will begin exploring the world. The pre-made party is suitable for completing the game with reasonable challenge. Party members may be created and swapped out at any time by visiting the inn. So the first 3 characters are actually the frontline characters, I think. It's not showing that here. And I also think you cannot change who's in the front. I mean, you can change it during combat, but I think not outside of combat. And there are only like 4 classes. You have the warrior, thief, cleric, and warlock. So having 2 warlocks and 2 warriors is already decent. You only have 4 attributes. The strength is, well, for melee attacks, right? And magic for spell casting. And you've got endurance, which is for more hit points, and speed for, well, faster attacks, basically. And you can see that the warriors, they have very high strength and endurance. And they also have something called aggression or something, AGR. And this is basically that they taunt the enemies, so that the enemies are going to attack these characters more than they are going to attack the rogue. So the rogue can do a bit more damage and have lesser endurance. I mean, this one is... yeah, maybe I just reduce that one more and increase that. You can also just change the class, change the portraits. But there's also not a huge selection. Well, this is our rogue now. And then, yeah, we've got a cleric, we have a warlock, and we have another warlock. We don't have any really warlocky... yeah. Okay, let's take Kaiden Rien. So both of these warlocks have magic 10, which can be maximum 15. And you have these like points you can distribute here, right? So I can reduce that, and yet, and now you can see that unused points, there are 2, and I could spend them for other stuff. They should not get attacked unless the other ones die, but then you're dead anyways. And they all have a speed of 6. The cleric has a bit more strength. I think this is probably pretty pointless. But of course the cleric is about healing and buffing, and when there's nothing to do, he or she can also bash stuff in. But I think I will go with also just 1 strength and do it the same way here. I will just increase the magic to 10 and have that the same way as the warlocks. And for this guy I already increased the strength, and maybe, yeah, no, I think that should be fine. Speed is of course is for faster attacks. The rogue also starts with very bad weapons, and I think as far as I remember, so when I played it, it was like already half a year ago, so my memory is a bit fuzzy about that. But I think the weapons, they are much worse than the longsword by the warriors. So as soon as he gets better weapons, he will also be much stronger compared to the warriors. Alright, so we have our party. I'm not going to change anything here, and we can begin the game. This is the party you want to begin the game with. You can always create new party members, yes. And now you can see progress saved, and first up we will explore the city. The ship requires core matter to be repaired. There is no reason for the landing party to return to the ship until it is located. Okay, so we're not supposed to leave. This is the city. We have everything mapped out already for the city, but of course the dungeons we have to explore first, and we should still look at everything and talk to people here. Body perfection training. Okay, let's visit this. And there's also... the door is locked. I think you can... yeah, so you can click on this character, for example, and then you can also unlock the door. And now you can enter that. Open chest. And we got a training staff. Okay. I think that's pretty bad. But let's have a look. Cleric's wooden staff, and here we have a training staff. Can you actually compare that? No, I think you can't. Damage 7. Damage 7. So this has some defense value. I think it's not good, but it's hard. I can't really judge how good these values are, but I guess we can maybe sell it. I have no idea. We can't do anything there. With space you can wait. But let's talk to this guy. With Friedrich of Altera. Age with experience. Friedrich. Humbly says, welcome to Body Perfection. I can train your party in the ways of magic and might. How can I help you? Do you know of core matter? I've never heard of such thing, but my homeland of Altera was destroyed shortly after an arcane object was found here. Maybe that object was the core matter you seek? Thanks, how can we get to Altera? The boy that works at the stables is familiar with the roads around here. He probably knows the way. Thanks, we'll ask him. Do you require training? Well, let's say yes for now. We can see that, well, we have no gold and we also cannot train anyone because we are lacking XP. But this is where you would train. Alright. By the way, you can see in the bottom, character options is enter. For the current character, you can switch around with T and Z. I think that's buttons I set it that way. But you can also just select the character and left click. You can also exchange. But let's not do that. And with yeah, you have the inventory and you have the character screen as yeah, and then you can also switch the characters in the character screen. These are different buttons. I also set them to T and Z, but you might need to set them separately. Regarding the options you have for setting up the game, there you can like set it a bit to your personal preference. There are a couple of things, so but in my opinion they are all horrible. I mean, yes, dialogue text speed and combat text speed, that's something you might want to change. Head bob, the head bob looks pretty bad. It doesn't reflect the movement with the steps, it's just like a random wobbling, so nope, no head bob for me. There is, but it's nice that you can disable it. There's movement animation, you can set it to none. And this would be fine if there wasn't an enforced pause between the turns. So, or between the steps. So I can't just click forward twice, it's not doing anything, it's pausing for every step, basically as much as you would have had the animation. So this feels very bad. So I would also not recommend that. You can also have a half step, which in my opinion looks terrible. So I am also not going to do that. I'm using the smooth, and for turn animation it's pretty much the same. Regarding the movement and so itself, you can, if I press 2 times forward, it's actually queuing up the action. So if I move forward and forward, forward, there is, I think, a very small timer, maybe a third of a second or something. When you press the second time forward, it's already saving this command. Same goes for turning. So if I go forward and turn, if I turn right away, it's not doing anything. But if I turn shortly before the step is finished, then it's saving it, queuing up and executing the turn. So the movement feels fine. I wouldn't say great, but it feels fine. From the perspective, I think it's also fine. You see the left wall, you can see a little bit of the floor. Maybe there could have been more, but yeah, I think it's fine. So, that's just something I always do for the jam games, like how is the perspective and how is the controls. And I think with that game, both are not well, obviously it's always a personal preference, but in my opinion they are not perfect, but let's say they are good enough. Alright, so what do we have here? Okay, that's just something to sleep. This is a tavern, but of course we can also talk to the tavern lady. But I also don't want to just run around and talk to people in this episode, so we will just go to the dungeon in a bit, and we'll do a bit more talking in a bit later. Welcome to the Rest Easy Inn. How can I help you? Do you know anything about core matter? No, I've never heard of such a thing, but a goofy-looking man stayed here not long ago. Lloyd, I think his name was. He frequently babbled on about the arcane. Maybe you could ask him. Thanks, where can we find him? I haven't seen him in days. Maybe some of town's work. Folk, no more. We'll ask around. No problem. Anything else I can help you with? Okay, so we can buy food. We can change the roster, so we can actually create new party members and so on. And we can leave the inn. I'm not sure what food was good for. Maybe we could... Food 20. Yeah, I don't remember what that was good for. The door is locked. Can we also lockpick that one? Unlock door. More skilled thief is needed to pick that lock. What is that? Warehouse. Okay. Okay, so let's go into this building. It's also locked, and we probably also cannot lockpick that. We can lockpick. So, open chest. The chest contains a box of personal items. Quest items are stored in a special bag found in the game status menu. Okay, so the game status menu. View quest status. Main quest, repair the ship. Yeah, and here we can see like the quest item. The box is full of random trinkets, old toys, unsent love letters, a few failed carving attempts, and other sentimental stuff. Nothing on it seems valuable, and the ethics of taking the box is questionable. Yeah. Here you can set the frontline ranks. So what I mentioned before with the warriors in the front, you can actually reduce that to just 2. The number of party members that will be on the front lines at the start of the combat. These party members will be able to use melee attacks, but are also vulnerable to the same. So yeah, the left 3 are then in the front line, and you can reduce that if you just want to have 2 warriors, for example. Yeah, you can do so. And you have the Thrill Seeker option, which is what I mentioned in the beginning, that you can actually activate that you have respawn and monsters randomly attacking you. When Thrill Seeker mode is active, the party will have random combat encounters at an increased rate. Or well, they're probably, yeah, well, normal. There's also some attacks, but I think they're relatively rare. This may be useful if the party does not have enough XP or gold to make progress in lower levels of the dungeon. Yeah. Gold, food, combat victories. Yes. Okay. I mean, we could alternatively go with just 2 warriors, like 1 warrior, 1 rogue, and make the rest into warlocks. That might be an option, and then the warriors drawing all the attention, and yeah, but I'm not sure if here well, let's just try that. Give me a second, and actually we don't need to do that. I can just go in here and adjust our team, right? So we will just create a new character, edit roster. So we will throw out this Kara Mangus, remove from party, and now we will create another warlock, and what was her name? Kara the... No. Just Kara. I think we can also just change that later on. Yeah, Kara. And yeah, portrait is fine. I'm using the Warlock, magic, endurance, speed, and that's all fine. And with that, the character is already created. Add to party. Yeah. Alright, and now I can swap. Exchange. Like that. And now... Actually, where did I... Ah yeah, that was in the quest thing, which is a bit weird. Statues, okay. Frontline. No! Okay, you can't reduce it to 2, apparently. Okay. Well, in that case, sorry Kara, you have to be kicked out again. Yeah. Edit roster. So we will kick out poor Kara again. Delete character. Blech. You are deleted. And we will add to this Kara again. And leave the inn. Okay. Never mind. Alright, so before we go on and talk to people and so on, I also want to show you a little bit of action. So a dank stench radiates from the manhole. Do you want to enter? Yes. The party's progress will be saved now. Progress is automatically saved when the party enters the dungeon and when they return to town. If all party members die in the dungeon, the progress since they last visited town will be lost. So, and this is pretty much like in Bard's Tale, right? A harshly drawn yet seemingly proud scribble on the wall reads, "Wizard Lloyd was here." But the cool thing compared to the Bard's Tale is that you actually have quite a lot of, well, quests and stuff in this game. So, okay. Actually, this was the rogue now. I need to change the positions. But this is like, yeah, what the combat looks like. So we have 5 enemies here, but we also have additional monsters there. And we can see whose turn is next, which is hers. But yeah, going to attack him. And the rogue has a special ability that each attack of him also steals gold. And you can see that they are a bit higher than the others. So they are on the front line and they are in the back. And this is now the cleric. And yes, she can't do anything. And the mage can just ignite and roast that one. And you can see that additional monsters is now 9. And these can't attack, it's only the visible ones which can attack. So, this is also a warlock. We also use ignites and bams. Alright, so this is a warrior again. Not a warrior, a rogue. 10. They do much less damage, but that also depends on the weapon. And right now the spells are just, they are much stronger. Mighty Fist. It's boosting the damage. Casts. Ignite. Yes. We can also use auto, but I think it might just only work if... It might only work if the enemy... No, this one was also dead. So maybe it's not working for spells at all. Not sure. Okay. Well, she can't do anything at the moment. Block. Cast. Ignite. Yeah, they are just killing enemies with one spell. Die. Yeah, this was now also 55 damage, so there is a somewhat of a variance in the attack. I think there was also... block. Okay. Cast, ignite, bams, and there is a bug. Okay, cast, ignite. This is a bit faster. Attack, attack. Auto, attack. We can heal, but let's do the buff first. And you can see that we are running out of mana pretty quickly. So after this fight, they're basically out of mana already. Maybe we can do one more. Nope. Just block, 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 and attack. 20 XP. And we got some loot. Some gold. Alright. Let's continue exploring. And there are new enemies. Attack. That one. Ah, yeah, I wanted to change the order of my characters. So let's do an 8 cast here. Cast. So these are not that many. You can see that now there's already all the enemies on the field. Attack. Attack. Now let's heal her. Cast, ignite. Cast, ignite. And attack, attack. Block, block, block. Dead. 13 XP. A bit of gold, but now we need to head back. So that we are not involved in additional combat. I mean, we might probably get interrupted here. I'm not sure. It didn't happen to me when I looked into the game before starting this video. Anyways, now we need to heal up. I'm not sure how that was working. It might just be the tavern. I thought it was automatically, but welcome. Yeah, buy foods, sleep, save and quit. No. Okay, well, let's explore the city then, and I think we will find the solution of our hit points, for our hit points. Hello, horse. Horse can't talk though. Hello. Maya's the stable hand. Welcome to the Menton stables. Thanks. Ever heard of core matter? I've never heard such words, but they found something in Altera before all fantastic beasts arrived. Maybe you'll find what you need there. How do we get there? The roads are closed, but rumors are that there are elven ruins connected to the Menton sewers. The elves frequently traded with the Alterans. Maybe they have another road there. Thanks, we'll explore the sewers. We already started doing that, and let me look into your chest. There is an iron dagger, and I wanted to exchange the... Yes. Okay. Inventory. Iron dagger is better. No, it's not better. It's actually the same. The same crap. Okay. So I'm not... Right, this is not changing anything. Yes. Oh no, it's not changing anything. Alright. Goodbye. This dagger is confiscated. So let's go to the next building. Let's start the very north here. Hello, my lady. Bella of Threatin. The lands around the mountain weren't always overrun by beasts. They're only been here a few years. Interesting. Thanks a lot for the conversation. Next one. Robert the Woodsman. The sewers below mountain lead to a place of wonder, but the passageways are too dangerous to venture. We are not afraid of danger. Alright. Next one. Mariah. What a beautiful day! With the sun shining, my flowers will grow tall and I will take them to market for young damsels to put in their hair. Awesome. Alright. It's too dangerous to travel beyond the town walls, but the fountain here is pleasant. Good to know. Let's check out the fountain then. Altera isn't too far from here, but the roads are too dangerous. Rumor has it there's a passage there by way of magic. Okay. The door is locked. Okay, unlocked door. This door is locked by some mechanism or requires a key that the party does not possess. And I think that one is... No, I talked to her. Okay. Alright, so we checked out, so that you can hear with the, like music, there's a very harsh loop in between each track. Basically, the music ends and then it restarts with a very distinctive break. Alright, can we enter the gates? Yes, we can. The door is locked. Can we go in there as well? More skilled thief. Unlocked door. Nope. Alright. There is some church thingy. Chapel of Antion. Okay. A Morchring of Antion. The cleric glares at the party with a devious smile and says, "The Church of Antion greets you. Do you require any services? Perhaps, do you know anything about the core matter? The Church forbids me from revealing the secrets of the arcane. In any case, your party seems familiar with the use of magic, so you know it is the source of magic in this world. Indeed, do you require the church services? A donation of 6 gold is sufficient to restore the condition of your party." Ah, okay. Yes. So that way we can heal up. Blacksmith. The blacksmith looks up from his anvil and greets the party. "Welcome to my shop. Would you like to browse my wares? Perhaps do you know anything about core matter? Is that something magical? My knowledge is of iron and steel. Perhaps you can ask the church. They have many arcane secrets. We'll ask around some more. Best of luck with that. Sounds like it will be a great quest. I forge weapons and armor for such adventures. Would you like to browse my wares?" Yes. Yeah, let's just sell these. And in theory, we could, yeah, buy new stuff. And it's not like the gold is limited here. I mean, there are unlimited amount of enemies anyways, so we could just go on and purchase everything. Iron longsword, I think it's the same thing as they have. This is decreasing the speed. I don't think that this is actually super useful. I mean, they can use a hat, I guess. Here's a hat for you, and here's another hat. Okay. There. It's probably completely and utterly pointless, but yeah, you got some hats. We had the money. Alright. Let's go into the building. Welcome to the Manton Castle. I look after the Countess' needs. Okay, see you. Nothing in here. Countess Castella. So we can just wander in the castle, talk to everyone, have an audience by the Countess. Seeing the beauty of 1,000 sirens, the party kneels before Countess Castella. Her voice is soft, yet seductive. Greetings, adventurers. What brings you to Manton Castle? We're looking for core matter. I've never heard of such thing, but I have a more pressing matter at hand. Perhaps you can help me? What do you need? I've lost my wedding ring. My husband, the Earl of Dan, will be quite upset if he discovers it is missing. Help me find it, and there might be a kiss in it for you. Okay, that reward sounds good. We're in. Good. Now, don't come back until you find it. We'll find it. See you. Alright, of course we will do that for a kiss. It's a bit old school, but alright. The Earl of Dan. The Earl of Dan stands pompously before you. Ah, new arrivals! I let the census office know you are in town, so we can begin collecting taxes from you. We may not be staying long. A pity. Adventurers like yourselves tend to find a lot of gold, and that means a lot of taxes for the town to collect. Actually, we're looking for core matter. Is it made of gold? No. A pity. Perhaps I can help you with this core matter, if you help me with something. Okay, what do you need? Oh, thou mighty oaf. We aren't interested. Okay, what do you need? Bring me 1 million golds, and I will offer you a reward that will aid you on your quest. We'll consider bringing you the gold. Good, then begone until you have the gold. Just 1 million, okay. No problem. So we need to find a ring. I did that before, but I have no idea anymore where that was. Okay. I guess we discovered all the castle. We explored all the castle. Now let's go into... Ah no, I couldn't enter the side things, but I can go in here. Ah, this shed contains various odds and ends that might be useful around the castle. Gardening tools, food storage, urns, dishes, and other trinkets. There's an empty shelf that could hold something useful as well. Okay. Maybe we can talk to her with the... she needed to take care of. Any idea where we might find her ring? That the vagabond Anon is always snooping around the castle. The fool thinks he'll somehow win her heart. Maybe he took it. Where can we find him? He used to live in town, but he's had a strange stench about him recently. I think he's been hiding out in the sewers. Thanks, we will see if we can't find him. Okay, so we also need to go to the sewers for that. Let's get out of the town. Actually, there was one more building I wanted to visit. In here. Oh, this is locked as well. Let's see if we can break it. Unlock. Door is locked by some mechanism. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so we haven't been able to get into that building, I think. Into that one. And we can't go into these this outer wall thingy. So let's get into the dungeon again. Yes. So we already have a couple of quests, right? We have the main thing. We have Wizard Lloyd into the dungeon, the wedding ring, and we should get 1 million gold. Oh, we have 1,000 already, or well 700. So that will still take a while. All right, attack, block. Yeah, I think no additional monsters is just 5. Okay, cast, ignite, attack. Block, cast. So yeah, the cleric is pretty much useless, of course, as long as she doesn't do anything. But of course, with level ups, you also get more options. I think. Attack. And cast 8. And cast ignite. Bap. Ignite. Attack. It was nothing. Okay. Yeah, this always kills one enemy. Attack. Yeah, he doesn't do any damage. Okay, 19 XP and some treasure. But we can also... Can't we cast spell? Yeah. So I really like that you can cast spells outside of combat. It's really bad if you can't. So there is a real, like, an enemy in the map, a static one. Okay, attack. Okay. Cast. No, she was. Well. No, let's wait here. That's useless. Cast. Ice wedge. Yes, resisted. Okay, ignite then. Attack. Additional monsters 5. And now we need to here, there, cast ignite, cast ignite. Okay, attack. Yeah, let's speed that a bit up. Okay, bam. And we can heal again. 8. Cast. Now this is all kind of wasted, so I'm not going to cast more in this case. I'm just like attacking them now with melee. Block. 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 Alright. 15. Alright, and we can do some healy. 8. 8. And another 8. Alright. This will probably be the last fight before we have to leave. So we can as well buff with the Mighty Fist. Cast Ignite. Cast Ignite. 5 additional ones. Attack. Ignite. Okay. That's 8. Yeah, they are out of mana. Nice hit. Okay. Auto. I'm not sure if there's any key to automatically do auto or block or anything. Probably not. Attack. Mm-hmm. 400 gold. Now, in Bard's Tale, this would have been fatal already, because now you would get attacked and then you would die for sure. And this might have happened to me as well, but I think I would still have been able to manage that. So we go to the church to have some... That was not the church. Where was the church? That was the church. Please heal me. Do require services? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, what's our experience now? 13 XP. Okay, so we need one more and then we will level up. So let's try and get that before we call it a day. Okay, so let's stay left. Maybe go into the room here. 2 boxes. Iron mace. And we got leather armor, leather helmets. Okay. Iron mace. This is something he can actually use. Okay. Yeah, it's probably not ideal to equip him first, but so far I think damage hasn't been a problem. Oh, that was... If the Earl of Dan can take his greed and shove it up his butt, if only the king would return. Anon. There's another thing. Storage room. Open chest. Iron longsword +1. A very creative description. Okay, this is main hand and warrior only. And this is also warrior only. Okay. Leather armor, leather helm, so he will get that one. We can't do anything with this. Wooden shields. Okay, apparently that works. Okay. Yeah, I will just ignite, block, 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 and that 3 XP. I hope to get a level up now. Well, no level up for us. Iron dagger +1. Okay. Iron dagger +1. Alright. Let's get some here. And there was another door. Not really a door. Another chest. Iron mace, another one. Okay, then let's replace. I didn't see that these were so bad. Okay. But these are main hands, yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, there's nothing we can do there. I need to go back. Okay. Stronger enemies. Block. And cast ignite. Cast ignite. Attack. That one. Attack. Again, 13 XP. But you can see that they all got this XP symbol. So we have a level up then. So let's head back to the city. I hope that I don't get attacked. Yes. So just that we see what a level up is actually doing. This was in here. Welcome! Yes. Okay, let's do it here. Spells have grown more powerful. So there is no new spells at the moment. The spells are getting stronger. There are additional attributes we are getting, but that's pretty much it. But of course we will get new spells later on, so it's not just limited to these couple of spells. But yeah, that's it for this first episode. As I mentioned before, there's also a series where we're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Jam. If you want to check that, I will put a link there somewhere. You will also find a link down in the video description to a playlist of all the episodes of this Let's Play. And you will, once I finish that, you will also find a review of that game on this channel. So yeah, feel free to subscribe if you see that video later on popping up. Then you can also see the playlist with all the different, the complete Let's Play if I finish with that till then. And for now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time again. Bye bye!